My only regret is I can't get this stupid thing out of my hair.
夏侯锦轩，去那个世界，和你父亲团聚吧。
夏侯锦轩 go to the other world and meet your father.
无法动手。
I cannot use my magic.
That's apparently not magic.
弱小的人类魂魄，事到如今，还想妨碍我吗？
Weak human soul. At this point, do you still want to try to stop me?
这身体，我竟无法操控了。
Somehow I can't control this body anymore.
虾，
I'll throw this jade at her. That'll solve something.
这是你送我的第一份礼物。我说过，一定会好好珍惜。可是，它已经碎了。
Do you still remember that this is the first gift that you gave me? I said that I will take care of it, but now it's broken.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Well, you suck.
我连喜欢这句话都还没有对你说过。
And I haven't even said like to you.
怨生爱死，痴妄。
What? What? Okay. Basically, he's calling them a fool who has like humanly emotions like love and hate for death or something.
I'm just gonna, we're just gonna get a second opinion here. We're gonna see what Google Translate has to say. Resent life and love death. Foolishness.
That makes no sense. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It doesn't quite.
虾，
Shaw, your soul was in this jade.
我
I don't know how he got so hurt. What with the cheating?
I am a self-asserting man.
以为只要尽力，所有事情都能如自己所愿。可其实，却连保护你都做不到。相识至今，你救了我多次，到最后也是你拼死护我，我却
I have always thought that as long as I did my best, everything will go as I wished. But actually, I can't even protect you. And knowing you till today, you've saved me many times, and in the end, you are protecting me.
Yeah, no shit. That what did you just figure out that you were useless?
本以为释元之总算是治好了你的病，但没想到，最后却是给你带来了厄运。
I thought we finally cured your illness,
恨自己的无
but actually it caused you bad
恨
luck.
自己无法守住和你的约定。
I hate myself for not able to keeping the promise with you.
约好了的，要一起云游四方，逍遥山水。等我们都老了，再在这儿结庐隐居，厮守一生。
We agreed with each other that we will travel everywhere to mountains and waters, and when we are old, we will live here as hermits and until the end of our lives.
好舍不得你。
Where's the sepia
that
of
was
past? This is this such recent past that it doesn't even give us the sepia effect? It's not actually Seppi.
3
I don't know
seconds
what that's
ago.
called. The vignette. Yeah, you don't get the vignette if it only happened like 15 minutes ago.
至少，尽我最后的力量，让你不再成为他人的傀儡。
At least, use my final power. I will not let you become other people's puppets.
Need aspirin.
还真是倔强的魂魄。
This is a strongly resisting soul.
Which suggests that Shaw is in some sense still alive.
只有除掉你，才能让这个女孩真正消失。
It looks like I have to kill you to make this girl disappear.
I feel like there's a second Final Fantasy VIII cutscene coming up pretty soon.
Oh, what? Are you prepared? Oh, okay.
It's unclear what's. I'm always prepared in the sense that if it's gonna let the bar fill, then Okay, so this is an infinite form final boss. Good. I always love the 70 form final boss. That's good fun. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do because this is all just about filling up this bar.
Our clan's business. It was, we promised to our emperor, and we spent decades in the human realm. We were not stopped by you.
I get the feeling this isn't really a battle.
I hope so, yeah.
Good memory, thank you.
You should die here now.
Oh, that's his name, isn't it? That's Wilted Tree!
Yes!
With an exclamation point in the middle, because it's just such exclamation. Well, that didn't hurt very much. I mean, it didn't do nothing, but it wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, looks like we're well prepared for the final battle. Wait.
I'm just waiting for the color game. This is all just, when does the color game happen? It's weird that this is a different form, but appears to have all of this, like, identical moveset. There's nothing different. Except the color game will never happen. No! Sure. Okay, this is new and incredibly creepy. Is he gonna live? This is quite bad. If there's another move to happen, he might... Oh, okay. Okay, that was close. Note to self, always keep the health bar absolutely full, not almost full. Almost full is not full enough. Is this that same move again? Yes. That's a good move. You got a good move here, Shaw. That's Wilted Tree Shaw. That's a spicy meatball. Oh, this time I had the buffs on. I was about to say, this time it did much less damage. Well, yeah, duh. That's why those buffs exist. That's the only move she does now. She has no other moves. It's just that one.
How many pixels did you chip away?
I hopefully I have one color matching game left. Pretty much until I beat the game, it would seem. Oh, she does have other moves. She has good move and shit move. He gains so much mana when that happens that it's like almost impossible to be hurt as long as I focus on healing. Now, I really wish she would focus on the color matching minigame. I hate it, but I wish she'd do it. Dot, dot, dot. Is that Jingtuan?
Yes.
Sure, sure. This one I can't read.
Oh. Annoying soul. My clan, Yasha.
I didn't even get the opportunity, and there's no experience points. I guess it doesn't matter, but I didn't even get the opportunity. Oh, hey, I knew I smelled a Final Fantasy VIII cutscene coming. Oh, I wanted one last chance to cheat. I'm so disappointed. What would have happened if instead of just doing enough damage to cause the endgame cutscene to happen, I had actually killed her? He seems to be having trouble. Also, the cutscene had some trouble as his shirt cut through his overcoat. Or whatever those elements are supposed to be called. We got some nice close-ups so we could see that Shaw has more stubble than Shaho. And he never even got the chance to give her his emergency junior mints. Oh, they both die! Awesome! I love any game that ends with the protagonist dying. Genuinely, I love any game that ends with the protagonist dying. I mean, Mu was really the protagonist anyway, but... Final credits. Roll credits. Ooh, it's gonna roll credits in the more poetic direction for credits to roll. I'm writing top down, right to left because this isn't just text, this is poetry direction. Well,
right.
Go on.
No, it's just names. Except it's just names, not poetry.
Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously. I like that when they introduce English into it, they put it sideways
AI.
So the direction makes sense. That's interesting because it's not like the Chinese characters are rotated based on what way you're writing Chinese. But they rotated the English, which I guess that makes sense. But anyway, okay, so this would be the point where I introspect or extrospect, that's not a word, on the game. Actually, this was a great game. It's lamentable that it doesn't have it's lamentable that I had to waste your time with this, DC, and it would obviously be better if it was translated so that I could play it directly. That being said,
No, yeah, but I enjoyed going through it again.
yeah, so it's I play obscure games. This game obviously isn't obscure in China, and there's, a few billion people in China, but in the Anglosphere, it's obviously quite obscure. So I'm glad to have been able to bring it to a not wider audience, because about 4 people watch my videos, but a different audience, an audience to which it's obscure. So I talk about games, what I want out of a game, is that, so that there's the 2 aspects that are most critical in a good game are the gameplay and the, story. And I usually say they don't both have to be good. Either the gameplay has to be good or the story has to be good for the game to be good. If one of them is good and the other is then as long as the other doesn't detract, it's still good. I don't mind a game with no story at all, but really good, well-rounded gameplay. I don't mind a game with fairly mundane gameplay, but a really rich, interesting story. This was that category. The gameplay, the actual battle system is pretty simple and pretty repetitive. They introduce sort of gimmicks for the bosses to make the bosses a little bit more interesting, which I appreciate, and I think they did that right. I think it went a little bit insane at the end. But certainly the gameplay doesn't detract from the story in any way. It's not like the fairly mundane gameplay in any way makes the story worse. Oh, since they're writing it the more poetic direction, they're using the vastly superior Chinese quote marks instead of the garbage shit poison English quotation marks that I hate. Malo in chat says, wait, the gameplay wasn't just watch cutscenes? There was actual gameplay? So here's the thing, the story was really good. The story is so, so, how to put it, it really walked this fine line of trying to be, it's so interesting that particular name, which I assume is our Patreon contributor or whatever, has decided that they want to be the Pinyin version of a Chinese name, even though the name is Chinese. Anyway, the story was incredibly intricate, not quite so far that it's impossible to understand or anything, but right at that point where you get to something and you go, oh my god, that was that connected to that. I didn't even realize that at the time, but it all fit through, and they did just a fantastic job of sort of weaving everything together. And the game ends with the death of the protagonist, which means there are no loose ends. That's why you end the game with the death of the protagonist. There are no loose ends if the protagonist is dead. You kill off the protagonist, you kill off everyone important in the story, loose ends are all gone. Something, something mountain, something, something, everyone.
Several months after the wilted tree died, the sky cleansing religion is attacked by the Big Four families and the Shu Mountain, and then Shirley is sealed by the Shu Mountain. And Blood Hand ran away with the farm god's cauldron.
Oh, there's more cutscene. There's a post-credit scene.
The game never ends.
偶然发现这充满魔气的山洞，想在此稍作休息，没想到蜀山的牛鼻子竟敢追进来。
I found this cave filled with demon air and was just about to take a rest and those Shu Mountain annoying Taoists are after me.
Are those footsteps them? The shoe like what?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
They're searching the cave or something.
Okay, hi.
你想以神农鼎交换魔君，实在异想天开。如今你已无退路，交还神农鼎，束手就擒吧。
Bloodhand, you want to exchange your demon emperor using your farm god's cauldron? That is just pure fantasy. You have no way to back out now. Just return us the cauldron and then be our prisoner.
Molo asks, who was he talking to? And obviously the answer is us, the player. He was trying to inform us of what's happening in the plot right now.
休想
Impossible.
Well, you managed to sort of pop it out of nothing pretty effectively.
此处魔气深重，怕是洞穴深处存有连接魔界的缝隙，当速战速决。
This place is filled with demon air. I'm afraid that it's connected to the demon realm somewhere. This fight needs to go quick.
Oh, don't make me do another battle. I don't want to get my script out. The protagonist's dead.
虽未能破除两界封印，但攻击的震荡却使得两界间产生了些许不稳定的裂隙。
Even though Shirley didn't manage to break the seal between the two realms, the attack caused other cracks that are unstable.
区区女娲石，绝困不住主上。我今天叫来日必当东山再起，再攻锁妖塔。今日，我便先要了你们的性命，为教中兄弟报仇。
Using your little female god's stone is not enough to trap our master. We will establish our religion again and then attack the Yaokai Locking Tower again. Today I will kill you to avenge my brothers.
You can count on it in Legend of Sword and Fairy 5.
Poison Shadow protected Ouyang Chen from to leave the Sky Overthrowing Peak. After returning to the Sky Cleansing religion, all she saw was injuries and damage.
I should have anticipated an hour-long post-credit cutscene.
Big Brother and Master.
不，大哥一定不会有事。
No, Big Brother is definitely fine.
我一定会找到你。
I will find you.
After vanishing into the dust.
Ouyang Chen hid in the Sky Tree Mountain, and what people didn't know is that she is already pregnant with the Demon Emperor's son.
Oh, that's convenient.
云淡天轻拂风暖，凡尘素爱本无欠。世间多少痴情苦，离聚无悔，尽是缘。
The cloud is thin, the sky is clear, the wind is warm. Ashes have no connections to the world. There's so much pain caused by love, but I have no regret. It's all fate.
My only regret is I can't get this stupid thing out of my hair.
是里，我们的孩子就叫云凡可好？望他一生无忧，平凡安乐。
Surely, shall we call our son or child Yunfan? I just hope him a troubleless life and live peacefully.
Yeah, that sounds pretty likely. Really worked out for Shirley, right? Having a bit of demon blood in you in the human world, that's always fine.
And yes, that poetry spelled out his child's name. That's why but yeah. After the battle in the sky overthrowing peak, the clan chief of the Shu Mountain blames himself for not being able to foresee this. So he removed himself from the position, and he made Tai Wu the chief.
Malo in chat is just trying to bring up an argument about Han unification by writing feng shui in traditional Chinese.
The Shu Mountain made 7 palaces and established the 7 saints, and the 7 saints guards the 7 palaces, and it's for strengthening the seal between the 2 realms. The 7 saints of the Shu Mountain all call each other brothers and sisters, which we knew the whole time.
Wait, I mean, everyone calls each other brothers and sisters, so like, duh.
Yeah.
My hair is also weird.
师妹，
Younger sister.
I've shaved.
师兄，刚斩师伯之事，
Older brother, regarding Uncle Gangzhan.
Oh, no,
which
he
is Mr. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right.
忘了。那家伙肯定也不希望我们老惦记着他，而过得不快活。
I almost forgot. But that guy probably doesn't want us to remember him, because that would make him less free.
Illusion Queen in chat points out that the point is, even those who used to call each other master or uncle or something else that's more sort of that has a sort of hierarchy in it, now call each other brother and sister, which still does, because there's different words for older and younger brother and older and younger sister, but
你也是，别把自己压得太辛苦了。
And so, it's the same to you. Don't pressure yourself too hard.
Strixus in chat is shocked that the game is still going. I don't know why. This game is forever. It never ends.
Yeah, the game never... game has no end.
It's actually just auto-generating scenes at this point. It's sort of it's
like Diablo.
Psychological experiment to see how long they can keep you playing the game.
During the war, Tang Feng and his wife and child are locked in the jail of the Sky Cleansing religion. His wife died, and his young daughter is almost dead, but was saved by the blood jade from the Shu Mountain.
I would very much like to know which word "person in a box" is.
Yes, that's being locked or like being imprisoned.
Oh, well, okay, perfect. That's I follow exactly. You put a person in a box. Got it.
Yes.
血玉已与令爱深合，他暂无大碍，只是身体会比寻常孩童虚弱，要好生调养。待得20年后，需再行续命之术。
We have fused the blood jade with your young daughter, and she is fine for now, but she will be weaker than normal children. After 20 years, we will need to extend her life again.
多谢道长。
Thank you, Master. It's like extending your Prime membership.
真是可爱的孩子。 可已有名字。
I mean, they needed something to keep him not exactly loyal, but, stuck with him.
What a cute child. Does she have a name?
Can we please see your face? I want to see if you look like you're 2 at this point.
雨柔，
Yuro or Rain Soft.
Malo in chat says he really wants the game to finally end with the messages that say, Xiao left the party. Xiao left the party.
倩夫人以一只玉笛作为贺礼，笛上刻有“雨色清风意，柔情莲花商”2句，内人十分喜欢，便为小女取名为雨柔。
When my daughter was born, Miss Chen, which is Shirley's wife, gave us a jade flute as a present. And on the flute, there is a poetry, something, something. And so we named her after their poetry.
That isn't a child, it's a bean, says Strixus. I was considering saying, this is my JPEG child.
During the war, the 2 masters of the Xiahou family both died, and the young master is missing. Therefore, the family is inherited by a remote relative, but now the family is going downhill from there.
It was inherited by a remote relative that they didn't even realize was in the Xiahou family because he was adopted and given the name Cao Cao. Things went a little bit weird from there, to be honest.
And then it went uphill and took over China.
Things went uphill again suddenly.
Only after a few years, even though the Big Four family's name is still heard, it's very rare to see the Xiahou family.
This place sucks now. Yeah. We were pretty shitty guards anyway, so. Malo in chat mentions Zhuge Liang, who every time I hear that name, I hear Zhuge Liang, which means this thing Liang. This is my advisor, this thing.
少主，
Yeah, master.
I was on the tip of my tongue.
Yes. That is a lot of post-credit cutscenes. That is. Anyways, the Huangfu family, something, Huangfu Zhuo inherited the Huangfu family, but unlike his father, he's now more and more popular in the martial arts world, and he became a friend with the Ouyang family.
I mean, he does have the best livery, so.
Yes, Zhuge Liang, aka Kongming. Yes.
门主，前去品鉴大会的事宜都已准备完全。
Master, our prepare for going to the sword appraisal conference is ready.
Is Kongming, is that Sleeping Dragon? Is that the other? Or...
No, that's Wolong.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Like,
yes, there are too many.
Important ancient people has like 10 different names.
Yeah, of course, yes. To be honest, it's nowhere near as bad as Russian literature, where everyone has 10 different names.
好，走吧。
Let's go.
是。
Yes. Mala, the reason I brought up Cao Cao, so Cao Cao is the adoptive name, and he was actually the Xiahou family. That's the significant, well, that's a significance of the Xiahou name, is that Cao Cao is actually a Xiahou.
Because the Xiahou family is weakening and the Shangguan family is very far near the country border, and now the Ouyang family now unified, or you're collaborated with the Huangfu family, and now is very stable in the martial arts world.
We used to say the big 4 families. Now we just say the big 2, let's be honest.
Master, you should rest now. Wait, no, that's husband. Yeah.
慧儿呢？
Where is Huir?
还在练剑。
She's still practicing sword.
欧阳世家的重担，今后就要压在他身上了。
The burden of the Ouyang family will be on her.
Given everything else we've seen about their gender relations in this time period in this video game, I don't know how well that's gonna go. Well, this is a very fancy outfit.
虽是阴差阳错得到神农鼎，但若无水灵珠与女娲后人，也不过是废物。
So his real name is Demon Shadow thing. I've never seen the second character before. But anyways, even though we got the farm god's cauldron by mistake, by a series of mistakes, without the water spirit's orb and the female god's bloodline, it is a piece of trash.
I can't do anything with this. We spent all that to get it, and now it's garbage. I wanted to say, I obviously don't recognize either of those characters, and yet I can tell just by intuition that neither of these are among the set that has been simplified by Simplified Chinese. They sure don't look simplified.
刚斩那一击，竟伤我至此，恐需100年才能恢复，期间无法再施行复魂术。
With the hit from Gangzhan, I need 100 years to recover, and before then, I will no longer be able to use the soul bonding magic.
That's just long enough for another video game to roll around.
龙明已死，能穿越神魔之境，前往人界的只有。
And Longming is dead. The only demon capable of teleporting to the human realm is
长老大人，龙幽殿下驾到。
Elder Highness Longyu is here.
Oh, can't show you any more of that. That would be spoilers for 5, I assume.
How many loose ends were there? Like 10?
I'm telling you, infinitely. It's just generating this at this point. There's this is automatically generated cutscenes till the end of time. It's all just to torture you.
It's a blink of an eye, and it's already been a year.
And my tiny hat still fits.
小兰去哪儿了？
Where did little Lan go?
小兰去看她的朋友了。
Oh my god, that's her. Oh geez, that's her brother. Didn't click.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of course,
She went
now
to
that
see
he's
her friends.
undemoned, he's growing quickly.
Yep. She went to see her friends. You have seen them too. Her best friends.
So how was that, your entire puberty happening over the course of like a week? How'd that go for you? Was that fun? Well, this is definitely final screen. I'm wrong. No! That seems physically unlikely. That seems more physically unlikely. Nope, that would have been better dramatic if there weren't such distant clipping problems there. that would have been a better scene, to be honest, without her just clipping in suddenly.
很多年前，我以为自己会失去一切的时候，有人跟我说，总会有希望的。
Many years ago, I thought I was about to lose everything, and somebody told me there is always hope.
Why does this game have no rules? Suddenly she's talking like this? This game has no rules. Like, nothing is consistent.
Yeah, and the dialogue box is gone.
Yeah.
那天之后，我总是想起这句话。日复一日，年复一年。
Since that day, I always remember this sentence. Every day and year after year.
Moo became an old maid. And now the box is back? What, you couldn't ellipsis in that way?
The dots are too hard to see without the box. Wait, well,
the box
okay.
is just back. The box is just back. Deal with it.
I'm waiting for you to come back.
Malo suggests that the last thing she was thinking, but it's always used parentheses for thinking, so still inconsistent. Oh, another nuke. As it transpires, Moo was the protagonist all along. I recognize none of the characters. Oh no, there's Mountain.
No, you
got
should.
one.
Mountain. There's always Mountain. That's how to write a poetry. Put a mountain somewhere. You need to mention a mountain.
It's a law of Chinese poetry.
There's no mountain in your
bust.
poetry.
It's
You're
garbage.
doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, I think we're officially done at this. I think I can believe that we are officially done at this point.
Yes, we're done.
I was well into exposition about the game being over when the credits were rolling, but apparently the credits weren't done enough. There was more done to be done after the credits. Yeah, it's very long. The game is really quite long, isn't it? I think.
Oh wait, the screen changed. This screen changed.
Oh, it did! It did! It changed! It's them! I mean, they're dead, but, whatever. It's a happy dream world. Mind you, now the boat is really confusing, because now it's just coming in and doing nothing and leaving. Like, with dock hands on the dock, you could imagine that the boat's coming in to unload or be loaded or something, but apparently now it's just twiddling about for, their entertainment. Anyway, yes, I talk about, the game's story, the game's gameplay. This game is a story game, but the story was genuinely fantastic. And it was a story that kind of has to be told through a game. Like, it's not something, it wouldn't work as well in, like a novel form or something. There are certain aspects of stories that really, that a different media can help. And yeah, I think this is a good story, a good game story. There's not really that much game there in the grand scheme of things, but it doesn't detract from the story, and it does, it gives you that thing that any gameplay does, which is it draws you in. It makes you, feel to a certain point like you're the one doing the action rather than reading about somebody else, even though obviously most of the time is reading. So...
Except the scripting part.
Yeah, except for the part where I write a script to automatically beat the game. The beat the game script. So yes, this was a great game. I am completely happy with this game. I think probably we're at some point we need to finish Investiture of the Gods. That doesn't really have to be immediately. Let's be honest. I think I need a while away from Chinese games. Is there any this looks like Papa Xiaoho on the boat.
Yeah.
I don't really recognize the other two. Maybe this is supposed to be his mother. I mean, we never saw his mother in the game. That was my first guess, but I can't quite accept that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I'm done. Game over.
Yeah, I enjoyed going through this again, but actually looking at the text and translating.
You got to really experience the story since you had to do a lot more than just experience it. And can I say can I ask the audience, whether in stream or watching the video, to thank DC for his fantastic translation job. I mean, this is live translation. Doing, pretty well with idioms and that kind of thing. Really keeping it quite clear and understandable. This is impressive bilingual fluency. So let's thank DC.
Thank you.
For making the game playable. I want to, this is just me being, I don't know, whatever, but there's so many frustrating moments where I think to myself, I'm pretty sure I know the translation of that. I'm pretty sure I know what that means. And then I'm proved right a second later, and then I go, dang it, I wish I had said, because then I could go, I know 4 Mandarin words. But there's so many situations where it's like, yeah, that is what that word means, right? I remember that. But then, yeah, by the time I'm sort of, sussed it out, it's too late. So obviously, having somebody who actually knows the language is better than having somebody who knows just enough to say, 你会说英语吗? Yes, thank you very much. And Illusion Queen says, I probably learned a few more characters during this gameplay. So prior to this gameplay, I think I knew 1 Chinese character. I have essentially no interest, to be honest, in reading Chinese. I wanted to speak some Mandarin, and so I'd only really learned the spoken language. I had very, very little interest in reading Chinese at all. But you see enough of it, and you start to you can pattern match. So yes, I've certainly learned a couple more, particularly the person versus enter distinction, which is nice and confusing for no reason. I'm rambling at this point, so thank you for watching. Stream over.
Thank you for
game
playing.
Over. Video over. Thank you, DC. Goodbye.
Bye.